Yo, yo, yo. The time is finally here. I'm going to talk to y'all about reptilians, the real overlords of the fucking world. They control everything. Lizard people control everything. And they're here, and they're in human suits, but they're also living underground. You know what I'm saying? As full bodied reptile, serpentoid, dinosaur people. Man, I love this shit. I love it. I really do. I can't lie. It's so much shit. It's so much stuff, and every researcher is different. None of them agree really on the full story. They'll agree a little bit, but not all the way. So, I'm just going to try to regurgitate everything I've read in the last, 3-4 weeks of just all the reptilian stuff. So yeah, keep in mind it's just a lot of stuff. It's really this is a kick door episode because there's so many things I can go into connecting to the topic of reptilians. So here we motherfucking go, baby. Let's do this. Woo! Reptilians. The reptilians are a race of malevolent entities hailing from the Draco star system on some fucking moon, or in my opinion, they're living inside the center of the earth down there in Agartha. That's where I think the headquarters is at. The lizard people have had so many connections to so many different lores and mythologies, ranging from anywhere from 5 to 12 feet tall. I've also heard 25 feet, but we'll get into that. 3 long fingers, albino to slimy dark skin, weird scaly skin tones, standing upright, possibly with a tail, maybe not. They're also referred to as snake people, reptoids, lizard people, and so on. There's a million names for them. They are either a reptilian possessing a human body, like the sugar water guy from MIB, the classic movie, or they are a genetically altered alien-human hybrid, like they are half human, half fucking reptile, alien person. These entities are energy vampires. So if you've seen Doctor Sleep, that new movie, you know what I'm saying, that's kind of in there, but not with reptilians, but the idea of energy vampires is there. They feed on fear and negative feelings that we have. So they're basically, they're energy vampires, dude. Some reptilian races prefer children blood. And this is true. By biological nature, they are fucking pedophiles because reptiles fuck all ages of other reptiles. They're not like, two geckos meet and they're not like, how old are you? They're just like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about age. They make regular human beings around them feel nervous, angry, or downright upset or unpleasant. Like just their presence around them makes normal folks like us like all fidgety and shit. They have the ability to shapeshift as well, which is very convenient for them. They can use their influence and ability to shapeshift into extremely high positions of power and importance, so they can just turn into the president. Their whole drive is to create a one world government by controlling government power and the currency of the world. So they control everything by controlling the money. But there's different races of reptilians. So there's some I think that they might be cool with this. But, the bad ones that we're talking about, they're the fucking Illuminati, the shadow government, the cabal, the cigarette-smoking men in suits who shake hands with the Greys. So researcher Fritz Springmeier says they all stem from the 13 royal bloodlines, which are Helis, Astor, Bundy, Collins, DuPont, Freeman, Kennedy, Lee, Onassis, Reynolds, Rockefeller, Rothschild, Russell, and Van Duyn. Van Duyn. I don't know how to pronounce that. On the other hand, we got one of my favorites, Stuart Swerdlow. He lists the 13 families as Rothschild, and they're the Pindar. They're the top, which we'll get into in a second. Pindar. Bruce Cavendish, which is the Kennedys. De Medici, Hanover, Habsburg, Krupp, Plantagenet, Rockefeller, Romanoff, Sinclair, which is also St. Clair, Warburg, which is also Del Banco, Windsor, which is obviously Queen and all that shit. So as you can see, there's a lot of conflicting evidence, but I believe all of it. Let me get that straight now. I believe all of it. Whoa! How the fuck did this slimy fuck David Rockefeller live till 101? Probably eating kids and getting heart pig transplants and shit like that. Oh, this fucking motherfucker. Jacob Rothschild. He's like fucking 85, but he still walks around, and I saw a video of him, and he's very fucking sharp for 85, dude. Something's up there's going on, working faster than most 85-year-olds. I mean, it could be like good genes, but it's the fact that he's a fucking reptile person. And I hate the way he looks so much. Here we have 100% proof that Queen Elizabeth is a dinosaur living in her body. Nah, for real though, she's like 200 years old and the head of the Windsor family and is 100% a lizard person. Alright, now male reptilians dominated the reptilian society for hundreds of thousands of years. The female reptilians were responsible for holding the conquered races subdued and enslaved to keep the work going. Over time, the female reptilians were like, yo, we're the supervisors of the star systems, and they started to mutinize against the king of the reptilians and placed him with the queen. They began reproducing males to have shorter lifespans using DNA-altering drugs so they would extend the life of the queen and other important females and shorten the male reptilian lifespans. Some real reptilian feminist movements. I like it. Good job. Now, these little statues, there's quite a few of these things found, these little sculptures, where it seems like a reptilian mother is breastfeeding a baby hybrid. That's something right there, you know what I'm saying? It looks half human. According to author Lynn Caston, Robert Morningsky talked about the green world where the reptilians are from, and that they are the descendants of dragonflies who over millions of years evolved into what we know now as reptilians. Some of them kept their wings, enabling them to fly down and be very skilled warriors that could just fly around and lunge. Like, that's kind of scary, you know what I'm saying? And when you hear them coming, you hear an angry buzz that comes from the sky. After a while, they stopped being so barbaric and became businessmen and became money orientated. You know what I'm saying? They were just like, all right, we're not going to fight no more. We're just going to be on this money shit. All right, let's talk Pindar, the true leader of Earth's Illuminati. The Pindar is said to always be one of the members of the 13 ruling Illuminati bloodline families and is always male. Go figure. The term Pindar is short for Pinnacle of the Draco or Penis of the Dragon. There you go. And this title is held for only the head of the Rothschild family, not the Marquis de Lebeau, like some say. He is based in Germany, near Frankfurt. In the late 1970s, he oversaw the sister project to Montauk project called MALDA, which is an anagram for Montauk, Alsace, Lorraine Dimensional Activation. This project was located near the city of Strasbourg, France, historically once part of Germany. There's a winery on the east end of Long Island, not far from Montauk Point, called Pindar Vineyards, or Vineyards. I don't know how to say that word. I'm not fucking fancy. The Illuminati here on Earth have established a pyramid structure of control identical to the system that exists in the Draco Empire. So the pyramid with the reptilian eye that's located on the American $1 bill is symbolic of this control structure. The eye is the cap on the pyramid, thus explaining why the original surface of the Great Pyramid in Egypt was capped in solid gold. The Pindar is represented by the gold cap on the pyramid. The next layer, or eye, on the pyramid represents the 13 ruling families. So now what's the difference between full-blood reptilians and reptilian hybrids? Full-bloods are reptilians using a human form to hide their true nature, like they have a human sack, or they're able to, because they're 4D beings, they're able to illusion themselves, cloak themselves as a human, but sometimes it glitches out, and that's what we see. And now hybrids are like reptile human crossbreed bloodlines who are possessed by the reptilians from the fourth dimension. Here we go back to ancient India. There was a serpent race that was talked about called the Naga. The deity-like beings resided in the Indian underworld of Patala. The word originates from the Sanskrit, the language of classical Indian poems, meaning snake, or more specifically cobra, still used in most Indian languages today. The legend of the Naga says they're non-human reptilian-like beings, according to the Encyclopedia Britannica. The female Nagas, Naginis or Nagis, are serpent princesses of striking beauty. The dynasties of Manipur in northeastern India, the Pallavas in southern India, and the ruling family of Funan each claimed an origin in the union of a human being and a Nagi. I have no idea what the fuck I just said. Now we can't forget the Mayans. You know what I'm saying? Very important. The ancient Mayans had the feathered serpent god who was Kukulkan. I don't know how to say it. It's weird. You can look it up and you can find it. There are serpent depictions all over Mesoamerica, Aztec, Toltec, and Mayan sites. There is strong evidence that the Aztecs, Mayas, Toltecs, Incas, and others worshipped the same god known under different names like Viracocha, Kukulkan, Gugamats, Quetzalcoatl, which I'm definitely going to do an episode on shit surrounding Quetzalcoatl because that is a very interesting story. And also in Chinese mythology they had the Dragon Kings, which were serpent deities, but fuck all that. I'm trying to go back to space, you know what I'm saying? The Alpha Draconians, the oldest reptilian race that isn't extinct. Most of the reptilian civilizations that we know today in Bootes, Orion, Capella are all genetic manipulated half-breeds of the original Siakar race. Now they're called Alpha because these are bigger reptoids. They can be as big as up to 18 to 25 feet and 2,500 pounds, which is fucking huge. The Alpha Draconians are said to be underground dwellers because they see the work the regular Draconians do on the surface is below them. Like, they are the bosses and they're the grunt work. The regular Draconians are the grunt workers. It's funny how the hierarchy that they got going up there. I guess the regular Draconians are like the crossbreed hybrid type reptilians that could be half human or half another alien species. I'm not real sure how that works. The Alphas have black, leathery, brown scale bellies. They have multiple abdomens and they have whiskers along their chin and jawline. They have a mating claw and multiple tongues. What the fuck is a mating claw? Now, reproductively, they lay eggs, and what is called a battle hormone is used to accelerate the birthing process. They are a duality, so they're like hermaphrodites or something. This is why ancestral females did not participate in war, because if they did, there wouldn't be anybody there to help with the eggs. They also had to be there to secrete this hormone. Stronger young females were expected to defeat and kill older and weaker leaders in ritual combat. Goddamn. This shit's interesting right here. We got the reptilian brain and the human brain, the connection. The similarities between the reptilian brain and the human brain. The core of the human brain lies a vestige of our reptilian past. The part of the brain known as the R complex is said to be part of the mind that performs the dinosaur functions. Aggressive behavior, territoriality, ritual, and establishment of social hierarchies. That's some words right there, man. The middle layer is called the limbic system and is thought to generate love, hate, and compassion and sentimentality characteristics believed to be strictly mammalian. The largest part of the human brain, the neocortex or outer layer, is believed to be the home of reasoning and deliberation and the place where we know the difference between good and evil. Here's some interesting shit that you can go look up. I'm definitely going to put a link in there for these. This is the Lacerta files. I'm going to actually read you some of this shit because these questions are crazy. Like, this shit is crazy. It's a physical interview, and I'm only going to read 3 questions because the real one is like 3 hours fucking long. Alright. Question. First of all, who are you and what are you? Are you an extraterrestrial species or can your origin be found on this planet? Answer from Lacerta. As you can see with your own eyes, I'm not a human being like you, and to be honest, I'm no real mammal. despite my partly mammal-like body features, which are a result of evolution. I'm a female reptile being belonging to a very old reptilian race. We are the native Terrans, and we live on that planet since millions of years. We are mentioned in your religious writings like your Christian Bible, and many of the ancient human tribes were aware of our presence and worshipped us as gods. For example, the Egyptians and the Inca and many other old tribes. Your Christian religion has misunderstood our role in your creation. So we are mentioned as evil serpent in your writings. This is wrong. Your race was genetically engineered by aliens, and we were just the more or less passive visitors of this accelerated evolution process. You must know that your species had evolved in a naturally completely impossible speed within just 2 to 3 million of years. This is absolutely impossible because evolution is a much slower process if it's natural, but you have not understood this. Your creation was artificial and done by genetic engineering, but not by us, but by an alien species. If you ask me if I'm an extraterrestrial, I must answer no. We are native Terrans. We had and have some colonies in the solar system, but we originate on this planet. It's in fact our planet, not yours. It was never yours. Question: can you tell me your name? This is difficult because your human tongue is not able to pronounce it correctly, and a mispronunciation of our names is very offensive for some of my kind. Our language is very different from yours, but my name is, I will try to say it smoother by using your human letters. Something like Alright, I gotta quit right there because I can't finish this shit. But yeah, you get the idea. You can look it up. I will pull it up. So there we fucking have it, folks. Now I'm going to show you a clip or a few clips of some shape shifting that's caught on camera.
Alright, the first case this afternoon is Justin Bieber. Mr. Bieber, you are charged with the following.
Whoa! Whoa!
DUI, alcohol, or drugs.
There's something to that right there.
Resisting without violence. And driving with an expired driver's license.
Justin Bieber. Justin Reptile. That's crazy. Alright, let's watch this one now. Fuck you, stars.
Kind of a tragic love story.
Whoa!
It is.
I mean, this
Hey!
is you could spend the rest of your life with.
Very, very easily could. Yes. I should have pulled the
What
trigger
the
when I had
fuck?
chance, I blew it. I didn't, give it a ring earlier.
I've seen people like that. I've seen guys like that. He looks fucked up. He looks like a fucking reptile. That's one of those ones that's wearing the skin. He don't look right. You know what I'm saying?
There's some pretty good ones.
Oh, fuck you.
Especially, one of the crazy things when you do these live Q&As is some of them are very silly. So we got one. Mark, are the allegations true that you were secretly a lizard?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with no on that. I am not a lizard. But keep the high quality comment.
I should have watched that video before I pulled it up. That was fucking stupid. I watched this one.
During Barack Obama's speech at 2012 APAC Policy Conference at the Washington Convention Center, the camera spotted a very odd individual, who may be either with the U.S. Secret Service, or with Israel. That could be a strong evidence of a shapeshifter alien humanoid working for the powers that be, caught in a high-definition video during an event of the Zionist cabal.
4 years ago, I stood before you and said that Israel's security is sacrosanct. It is non-negotiable. That belief has guided my actions as president.
Even though at first sight he looks just like the average Secret Service spook.
No, he
a
doesn't.
series of
His
odd
fucking
features on
head.
his head, face, plus a very strange behavior and creepy movements suggest something else.
What the fuck? That's a reptile, dude.
The amphitheater. he would pass unnoticed or regarded as a normal human being.
The dude right behind him's not like,
And
what the fuck's wrong with your
everybody who
head,
watched
dog?
this video, if it was not by the camera of the Jewish News One, which caught him from another angle, apparently shape-shifting into some sort of reptilian non-human form.
What the fuck? Hell no.
Disregard all the distortions and image artifacts caused by post-edition zooming, and pay close attention to how his head features suddenly change. His ears, his nose, his chin, cheekbone, jaw and mouth are no longer looking human at all. Matter of fact, now he has a blatant non-human face. So what just happened?
There you go, folks. They're there. They're out in the open. I'm gonna go give my son this crust. Y'all have a good night. Good day, whatever the fuck time you're watching this. Look at this guy. This is crazy.
Crowded with people. Is he an
It's all
actual
real.
reptilian humanoid?
Reptilians, motherfucker. Hopefully you kind of understand what they are and what they can do and what they're about. You know what I mean? Because there's so much, and there's so much more, and there's so much more I didn't cover. And there's so much that I read. Man, I had to cut this shit for real because there was a lot of stuff. Thank you for watching. Alright, Philosopher's Stone, thank you for watching.